Hey guys, so this is going to be the assignment, and it's a short assignment, but um, it may make you think a little bit more, so just be aware. So, um, what we're going to have is kind of still going off what we did last week, or maybe the week before, where my dog got sprayed by a skunk, which kind of inspired this. So we got three variables. Let one is worst smell ever. I change that. Let's do that. Three. Okay. I did have five, but that got too many. So let two equals it's been a couple days, it's not as bad. And let three, we got the dog name, um, which is Alaska, and I think it's declared somewhere. Anyways, the is still a puppy. Look how cute. Smell isn't that bad. Okay. So this is a template literal where we're using to call upon the variable, which is actually declared down here now. Okay. So here is kind of what our file is looking like. So we got a variable to call, it's actually a function, and it's called stink meter. And it's a function that's indicated by this, and this is the start of the block. Okay. And so this is one block. So within that block, we have a constant. Does she still stink? True. And then we have another variable name, a variable of dog name, and right now the value is Alaska. And then we have a message equals let the dog name, which it comes up here, in the house. Okay. So this is our default stuff. We're going to let her in the house. Her name's Alaska. And so we're saying if she still stinks, that the fact that she still stinks, her name's Alaska, and that we're going to let her in the house. It's kind of our default stuff, like I said. So but we're going to change that based on the conditions that we have here. So one condition is if she still stinks, which we already said earlier, it's true, then the message is going to be don't let the dog name in the house. And the dog name, like I said before, refers to this variable here. And remember, these are the backticks. That's next to the number one, not the single quotes. And we're going to console log the message, which was this, don't let the dog in the house. And we're also going to console log one, which was up here, or smell. Okay, so this is one particular block. Now, if she doesn't still stink, so if this is actually false, because the default's true, and this is actually false, then it falls into here. The console log is message, and it refers, and you can see that how when I double click on it, it kind of helps you correlate which is which. Oops. So when I click on message, it's going to now actually look, it's like let the dog in the house. And it's going to give a console log of 3, which is up here. The dog name is still a puppy. Look how cute. It smells isn't that bad. The smell's gone. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that was the end of the first block here. Okay. So now we're going to do, see, this is completely out of a block. There's no more blocks that this is part of, right? This last block's ended right here. So now we're doing the console log of message. And then I want you to tell me what all these are going to represent. And I'll talk about that more in a second. And then the console log is 2. It's been a couple of days. It's not that bad. So let's see what this actually turns into whenever we practice it. Open with live server. Control was going to do this. I decided not to. So just ignore that. And clear that. So what's the name of it? Stink meter. Okay. So all of this populates, which is fine. I just want you to see one by one. So don't let Alaska in the house is You can see it's line 79, so let's look on 79. The console log of message, and that message is actually referring to what's in this particular scope. And the for message in that is don't let the dog in the house. Let's look on worst smell ever. It's looking at line 80. So let's find line 80. Okay, line 80 is actually a variable for 1, which is worst smell ever. So now we are on this line right here, let Alaska in the house, is on line 82. Line 82 is right here, this message. And since this is out of that scope, this message will actually be looking at this right here, the scope that it's still in, because that scope started up here and ends down here. And so that message was to let the dog in the house. And so on line 83, Alaska's still a puppy. Look how cute. Line 83 was 3. It was a variable named 3. And which I'm up here, this is Alaska's still a puppy. And then undefined. And this is where we start getting undefined. And the reason we get the undefined is because it's outside of the block. So, and then on console log 2, don't know why it didn't appear, but let's go ahead and type in 2. It's been a couple of days, it's not as bad. So those are the different ways that you can play with this and develop an understanding of scope. Okay, so what I want you to do is this. I want you to tell me what each individual line will do. And I'll give you some examples here. And how I want you to do is use comments. It's good practice for your commenting as well. So this right here, it declares a function named stink meter. Okay. And here I want you to put something like within the function, the variable still stink is a Boolean with the value of true. Okay. And here I want you to put something like declaring variable dog name with value of Alaska. Put this over a little bit. Okay. And then for here, I want you to do something like declaring variable named message declaring the variable named message that's with in the first block. So that's kind of what I want you to do. I want you to develop an understanding of what each individual line is. And so it's not a long assignment, but it might require you to have a little bit more thinking as to what everything is as opposed to just typing it. So that's the assignment, and I want to go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and leave all this in here. I'm going to take out the comments because that's what you got to do. And I'll leave some of the stuff in here. Some of it's good practice for you. So you can look upon this video as to what to type out. And if I had to give you a personal recommendation, as you're watching a video and you're prepping for this assignment, write it out on pen and paper, because that's going to help you increase your understanding of what you're doing, and it'll help you instead of going back and forth between screens and screens. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and you know, you fill in the blank, so to speak, on some of the stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and I'm going to send it to you guys, and I'll do another video with the instructions on how to access and submit it. Thank you.